Hello, hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Vicky with UPLIFT Healthy Lifestyle, and I am so glad that you are here. So happy 2022. Let's get ready to purge last year and all that nonsense. And we're going to step into this brand new year with a cleaner mindset, a cleaner diet. I'm going to do a January Whole30. So I want to share my experience with you, and I'm going to try and document as much as I can throughout the month. It's not something that I normally do, so it may not seem quite as thorough, but I try to get the camera out every so often so you can see, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, maybe any tips or tricks that I find. So this is my fourth Whole30. I didn't do one last year, but I do try to do one every year. Last year, I had a few things on the job front that made it a little bit challenging. I tried to do one later in the year and it just didn't pan out. There's something about that mindset in January that just is a fresh start that helps me do a Whole30. So I am primed. I'm ready to go for this January Whole30. I'm super excited. It starts tomorrow, Monday, January 3rd, but tonight we prep, right? So I've got some stuff laid out here. I'm going to be making some lunch for me and my daughter. My daughter's going to do it with me as much as can. No, pressure, no expectations. She's in high school, but she kind of wants to experience. She's had some of the meals before when I've prepped them, but she wants to experience a little bit more of that detox effect. She inherited my sweet tooth, and we both could use, especially after the past couple of months, we could certainly use a reset on our tongue, our palate needing sugar, our brain needing that dopamine hit from all that sweet stuff and processed food. So anytime I do a Whole30, it is super important to reflect on why you're doing it, okay? I've got a few reasons this time. In the past, it's mostly just been, I just want to reset. I want to kind of cleanse the palate, cleanse the body of all the junk that's kind of built up, all of the inflammation. But over the years, I've kind of gained a few more reasons. So again, detoxing from sugar and processed food, it's going to help, me not crave sugar and sweets and processed foods quite as much as I go into the rest of the year. So that'll be an awesome benefit. It also helps to reduce the bloat and the inflammation that goes along with those things, right? So all the buildup causes some belly bloat, causes you to feel not quite as lean and mean as maybe you actually could be. And I also found a couple years ago, I was actually diagnosed with having a calcium buildup on my shoulder. I don't know the medical term for it, but there's a calcium buildup in here. And as it was developing, I guess, or sitting in there, I was doing a lot of movements with my shoulders and arms, and it was causing a lot of pain, right? So it's a lot of inflammation because of that, causing pain, burning sensations down my arm. It was not fun. It kept me from sleeping many nights. And I didn't want to have surgery. They could have gone in and kind of scraped it, cleaned it out, but that has its own risks. So I didn't want to do that. And actually it was coming time. I think that was about the winter time at the end of one year. And, I thought, well, I've got my Whole30 coming up. That reduces inflammation. We'll see how this goes. And I was actually really surprised that by the end of the month, completely pain-free. It was amazing. I know there's lots of stories out there about people realizing the true benefits of a Whole30 and eating whole clean foods and not the processed and sugar and such. And I've felt the benefits, but this was the first true kind of miracle, right, that I got to experience. The true benefit of that pain being gone, being able to sleep through a night without waking up because it was hurting so bad. And it wasn't hurting at all. And that actually lasted several months beyond. And like I said, I didn't do the Whole30 last year, and it was still feeling pretty good. And only recently have I noticed some of that pain is starting to come back. So that means, of course, it's time to do another Whole30 and reset. So super excited to get some more of those benefits. So as I said, I want to share my experience through this Whole30. I've got some different things planned for meals. I'll share my meal plans with you. I've found lots of different recipes. The Whole30 website is a great resource. Their Instagram page, they share lots of inspiration. So I'm really excited because in the past, I've kind of felt like, another boring recipe, lack of kind of flavor and seasonings, or the same old thing, or maybe cooked a different way. There's only so many eggs one can eat. There's only so many like protein and veggies, one can actually kind of feel like you want to eat. Especially when you have a sweet tooth like I do. So it's a struggle every day. But the excitement comes because when I was scrolling through the Whole30 Instagram page, they're featuring lots of these amazing recipes that other people have created that look flavorful, easy to prepare, and just fun, right? So we're getting into a bit more of like a fun experience with this rather than just like something I have to do, right? So I'm really excited about that. Also, the amount of easier things, right, that you can use in your Whole30. So things like Brussels sprouts that are already sliced up, or sweet potatoes that are already cubed. Think about the prep time that's going to save me as I go and make these lunches. And then you've got seasonings that just, packed with flavor. Primal Palette has like all these amazing seasonings that just are packed with flavor without having all the crud that you might find in a normal seasoning packet, right? So lots of different flavor, different options that you can infuse into your dishes. Another great one that I like is Primal Kitchen. They have a lot of great dressings. So not your same old boring salad when you put all these new different dressings on there. And another brand that I really like is Kite Hill. Kite Hill does this amazing coconut-based yogurt. They have an almond milk one too, but the coconut yogurt that is unsweetened, and it's super creamy. And when you top it with some berries, it just makes a great little snack or breakfast, and it's super easy, right? And I don't have to make coconut milk yogurt, so I can have yogurt in the mornings. So a lot of foods that are Whole30 approved, ready to go, makes things a lot easier. So I think my expectation is that this month is going to be a little easier than I've spent in the past. I've had some challenges in the past, spending hours in the kitchen, it seems, making all these dishes. So I think it's going to be a little bit easier. So I'm really excited about that. So this first week we actually have, I'll share the recipes down below in the notes. I'll share the meal plan so that you can see with the links to their website so that those recipe creators get credit, because I think they're going to be amazing. So the first is going to be an apple, chicken, sausage, and harvest vegetable skillet. So that's where the Brussels sprouts and the sweet potatoes. We've got chicken, sausage, and apples and onions. And then some seasoning that's going to go in there. And it's going to be super easy, and it will be lunch for me and my daughter for the rest of the week. So super excited about that. And then later this week for dinner, we've got some spicy shrimp tacos with coconut wraps, right? So you can make tortillas that are grain-free and this kind of thing, but I have some coconut wraps that are already made. I think I got them from Thrive Market. So super excited about those. We're going to have some baked meatballs with spaghetti squash, and a tuna noodle casserole that I think also includes spaghetti squash to get that noodly effect. But then my snacks are going to include like a couple of boiled eggs, and then that Kite Hill yogurt with berries. And then of course, if I get in a pinch, we've got there's a few flavors of Lara bars that you can eat that are Whole30 approved. And even though technically smoothies are not part of the Whole30 just because of the smoothie diet mentality, if I get in a pinch, I've got several things in the fridge that I can throw in a blender and prep for on the go. So super excited. If I didn't say that already, January 2022, Whole30 is going to be amazing, and I'm excited to bring you along with me. If you have any questions as you watch the videos, or if you're on the Instagram page, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm looking forward to hearing from anybody. And if you have any tips that you can share with me, I'm always excited to hear and learn, but I also hope to share some tips and tricks with you so that if you decide to do a Whole30, it will help you on your journey. So Let's see. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that. Hit that like button and maybe even hit the little bell so you can get notified when I do upload a new video. Especially, they're going to happen at different times during the month. I'll probably try and record some stuff every day. I may not post every day, so just a little expectation there. This is a little different than how I share than I've shared in the past, so bear with me, but wish me luck and have a happy new year.